Welcome to the show. It's two guys, two things
It is us.
in the flesh. No, but thank you for joining us. This is the podcast where we take two.
But your parents are gonna love it.
That's right. Oh my God, the whole night. Just give me some Back to the Future references.
Got it.
Okay. Where we're going,
Yeah, but no, does that?
I'm forcing it. I'm sorry,
Yeah. Don't force it.
I won't force it. You know what's crazy about that movie, though, really quick, is Christopher Lloyd seems so old to me when I first watched that movie.
Oh my God, yeah.
And he's probably like our age right now. He might have been late
40s. Yeah, maybe. He probably
because he's still alive.
Yeah, which is crazy. He seems very old now.
I mean, based upon my thinking of that movie,
right?
I would think Christopher Lloyd today would be like 150 years
old.
old.
Oh, for sure. the way I saw him in that movie, yes. He's for sure 150 today. Yeah,
and still alive.
Yeah.
I'm looking great. Now, this is the podcast where we take.
Well, he doesn't look great. He looks old.
Okay.
He looks close to death.
He looks close to death. Okay. But you know who looks good? Michael J. Fox. Okay. Moving on.
No, no, he doesn't.
He doesn't look good either.
Oh no.
He just lie for the sake of these people. They have feelings too, Chris.
I know, but he knows. There's a whole documentary about it. He knows.
It's called I Don't Look So Good.
Yeah, he's like, ooh,
Michael J. Fox.
Not doing so hot.
Okay. This is a great start.
Michael J. Fox, not doing so hot.
This is not good. It's not good. What we do though to decide who gets to tell their 15 minutes.
Michael J. Fox, shaken after all these years.
That's a Paul Simon song. Still shaking after all these years. Yeah. Oh boy. Actually, you know what though? I love to see him do like another cameo somewhere.
Who? What?
Michael J. Fox.
Oh, just like on a show or something?
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah, why not?
I remember,
he was on Curb. He did like an episode or two of Curb.
What's great about Michael J. Fox is, I mean, his sense of humor still. I mean, it's incredible guy.
He's awesome.
All right, Chris. With that, you won the bet. You get to put your 15-minute story first.
All right.
Let me put 15 minutes on the clock, and you are free to go.
All right. So we're gonna talk.
That was a 1-second timer.
Oh, okay.
Let me put 15 minutes on the clock. How about that? That's a little better.
Okay.
All right, we'll hear the doorbell.
Okay, so we're going to talk about two friends in Taiwan where a student persuaded one of his friends to get his leg amputated for a $1.3 million insurance payout.
Okay.
All right.
Hold on. That's a lot to process.
Yeah.
Tell me that title again.
Two friends. A student persuaded his friend to get his leg amputated for a $1.3 million insurance payout.
Yeah, sure.
So they were going for it.
Wow.
Okay. So
was he also an interpreter for Otani?
He was not.
Okay.
He was
not trying to sell that leg on the black market?
Yeah, he was not.
Okay, let me please go on.
So two university students, basically, like I said, in Taiwan, were kind of in on this scam. One of them had his leg amputated. Legs amputated, hoping for a $1.3 million insurance payout. That was the goal. But now,
how much?
He was arrested on suspicion of fraud.
How much is the leg worth to you, Chris?
Well, I'm going to get to that in a second because
please go on.
I think that is the question of the night. How much does it cost for one of your limbs to be amputated?
Yes.
Okay. So 23-year-old, they say only identified by his last name Zhang, plunged
as Stumpy.
Yeah, as Stumpy. As what's the name? What's the name of a guy that has no arms, no legs? Matt. Okay, so only identified by his last name Zhang, plunged his feet in a bucket of dry ice for more than 10 hours.
10 hours.
Both feet for more than 10 hours. To get them so badly frostbitten that he would need double amputation. Okay?
Double.
Yeah, both feet.
Not just one?
Yeah. So I need a doctor. So Zhang's friend from high school, identified as Liao, persuaded him to carry out this insurance scam. Liao had suffered losses from trading cryptocurrency and tricked Zhang into signing a legal note obligating him to pay $800,000. So he said, "Listen, I lost a lot of money in the crypto world."
Right.
He said, Taiwanese gangsters are after me. I need your help.
Okay.
And
It says
so,
tricked him though. That's where I'm confused. Sounds like they were in cahoots.
well, tricked him is in the sense of he's not getting chased by Taiwanese
Oh,
gangsters.
that was made up.
Yeah, he's making it seem more dire than it is. And
Oh,
but he also made him sign a document saying once you get this $1.3 million payout, you're gonna hand over 800,000 to me.
this is a really good friend.
Yeah, yeah,
Zhang is a fantastic friend.
yeah. He's too nice. So Liao and Zhang rode around Taipei on a motorbike that night, wanting to present the claim that Zhang was affected by frostbite by riding on this motorbike. Like he was out so long that his legs got frostbitten.
Okay.
That was their initial plan.
Wait. On a motorbike?
Yeah.
Like a single person riding, like,
No, so
or
like
two people?
two people are riding,
Okay.
with Zhang in the back,
So already I'm not buying
legs
this claim.
exposed.
But isn't the leg exposed to the right? Why would the rider be okay and then the person in the back wouldn't?
Exactly, and there's also another issue with that.
Why did they say like we were
We'll
climbing
get
a
to.
mountain? Like what?
Well, because maybe in Taiwan they don't have the snowy mountains to climb.
I'm sure there's a mountain somewhere.
Yeah,
Say that we just came back from vacation where there's mountains. Why would you go with we were on a bike?
yeah, yeah. I know. Yeah, they thought we were gonna do an all-night trek. My legs are exposed. They're gonna believe that it's frostbitten. So and here, so
Okay.
one of these another bad idea is just days before the motorbike ride,
Yeah.
they 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 bought several expensive policies, life insurance policies, days before. Days before. They bought several expensive life insurance policies and
Fantastic.
accident insurance policies.
Okay.
Okay, just days before. So so after the motorbike ride, Zhang soaked his feet in dry ice for, like I said, almost 10 hours and was admitted to the hospital. So, but when he got to the hospital, the medical staff was like, "This is weird. Yes, your feet are frostbitten,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't make sense as far as like you saying you were out riding a motorcycle all night long."
It looked
Um,
like you were doing the stage effects for the Phantom of the Opera.
yeah,
Actually, is what I noticed.
it's yeah. They first noticed there was no shoe or sock marks, so he had bare feet, and then he stuck them in dry ice. If he was riding all night long and it's frostbitten, you'll have shoe sock marks that are on your legs. Didn't have those,
Okay.
right? So his injuries they said seemed symmetrical, which were inconsistent with a frostbite injury, and also the weather that night was nowhere near close to freezing. The coldest temperature was about 42 degrees Fahrenheit. As Taiwan, a subtropical region, they say,
Oh, I
cases
love
of
this.
several frostbites requiring amputation are unheard of due,
It's never happened in
due
the
to
history of
due to
Taiwan.
natural climatic conditions. So it's just unheard of in Taiwan. Like it doesn't freeze in Taiwan.
Look, I lost this leg. The dinosaur attacked me.
Yeah, yeah. It's so
I mean, that's a thing, right? Isn't that a thing? Out there.
college students. So listen,
Did they get high before they thought it was
yeah,
funny?
because I get the maybe not understanding the shoes and socks marks on the
Sure,
legs,
sure.
but frostbite, and you're like the lowest it got was 42 degrees,
Yeah,
and it's a subtropical climate,
yeah.
and frostbite is they literally said unheard of in Taiwan. So I the one thing I don't know a lot about frostbite. I know like your limbs get blackened and they fall off, or you got to cut them off. I get it when they're frozen. I don't know a lot about it. The one thing I do know is they got to freeze.
It's in the name.
I think
It's in
that's
the name.
like the one rule
Frostbite.
is you got to freeze.
Not mildly
Yeah.
subtropical bite.
Yeah. So the medical staff was a little weary about how true this frostbite actually was.
Yeah.
So Zhang's legs were amputated
Oh no.
below the calf due to the frostbite injuries. So one, it's so funny because so like below the calf, so you can tell he like kind of like barely stepped into the dry ice. And so it went like right to where his calf starts, and so which doesn't make sense at all. But so after they amputated his both legs, they reported him to the authorities.
Saying, my
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. So so what?
Oh.
Well, I'm gonna get to what it means to you. Would is there any amount of money where you stick your legs in dry ice for 10 hours? Any
Mm,
amount?
no.
Like if I'm saying here's $20 million, you
No,
have no your both your legs are gonna get cut off. 20 million?
no,
20 million?
no,
I mean 20 million.
no.
That's like you're separate.
I'm not
Yeah,
doing it. The only
for life.
only way I
Yeah,
could think of that I would conceivably
right.
willingly put my legs in dry ice or do
Yeah.
something would be if it's to save the life of a child.
Say do this or your kid dies,
Right,
then you do it. Sure,
sure.
sure, sure.
So hostages out there,
That's
that's how you know.
that's Matt's sweet
That's how you
spot.
get me. You got to get my family. If you want to put my legs in dry ice,
You just got to offer me enough money.
yeah,
I mean 20 million.
you would do it for $20 million.
So here's the
You would
thing.
never be able to walk
I know.
again.
No, yeah, you can. You can have
Prosthetic.
yeah, you can have
Sure.
prosthetic. So I would say like say you offer me $20 million. I would at first say yes. I would like, yeah, 20 million.
Really?
But yes, but here's the thing though. I'm sure wanting to do it and being able to do it is I'm sure is a different thing, right? Like me actually having my leg in dry ice for 10 hours, I don't know if my body would like allow me to. You know what I
I don't
mean?
even know what that would feel like.
Right.
What
That's
does
what I
that feel?
mean.
How did Zhang? How is he able to even withstand
I know.
the pain,
Yeah, yeah.
the
Horrible pain. Horrible pain.
mindness, like
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
the thought of
Horrible
that,
pain. Yeah.
knowing what's happening?
Yeah.
He had to be like knocked out or something. I'm like,
I
how?
know. Yeah, because that's what I mean. The want to do it might be there for me. The ability, I don't know if I could. Even if I'm like 20 million, 20 million, 20 million, you know what I
I
mean?
feel so bad for Zhang.
Yeah, it's not a good look for Zeng.
Because if he thought he was trying to save a friend out of a big jam of the mafia,
And it
I
worked.
don't think
It
Zhang
was,
should get in trouble for this. Is what I'm saying.
well, he was still going to collect on that money.
He's giving
He planned to
he's
collect the
giving
money.
800,000 to his
I know.
friend to save him from the mob.
No, I get it. So, okay, so
Zhang is arrest the friend.
probably. So they cut off his legs. And so again, the hospital staff
It'd be
alerted.
great actually if they're like, oh no, this isn't frostbite. You totally were faking it, but we're gonna cut your legs off anyway.
Yeah, you don't need to. This is what you get.
It's fine, but
Yeah.
you were lying, so we're just
Yeah.
gonna take your legs.
Maybe instead of jail time,
Yeah.
cut it off. So, so the hospital staff alerted the police. So when the police investigated, they found a plastic bucket used to freeze Zhang's feet,
Oh, God.
insurance documents, white polystyrene box for dry ice, 8 mobile phones, a tablet computer.
8 phones.
I don't know. I don't know why. Yeah. So they
They
were.
have burner phones for this?
Yeah, they were arrested and both charged with fraud.
They try to burn it in the dry ice?
Yeah, yeah, and aiding and abetting serious injury, the bureau says. So local media, citing the prosecutors, reported that Zhang had claimed from one insurer, one claim, $7,200. So out of this insurer, he claimed $7,200 for the insurance claim, but the money was seized.
Not even that much.
Yeah. So out of all these, life
Ah,
insurance, accidental injury
yeah.
insurance, paperwork they filled
Uh-huh.
out days before they rode on the motorcycle, all he got was one claim for $7,200,
And that was even taken away.
and it was seized. Yeah, it was
72.
seized. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Uh, so they said that. Okay. So in February, no, wait. Okay, so they said the punishment for this is 10 years up to 10 years in prison or a $37,000 fine.
What? Whoa,
Yeah,
whoa, whoa, whoa. 10 years in prison
up to 10 years.
or $37,000?
Yeah.
That's how much? So a leg costs
Y-
1.3 million,
Well, 7,200.
$7,200.
Yeah.
But prison is only $3,700 for 10 years. That's
Well,
I mean,
either or, right? So I bet if
that's pretty cheap.
I bet if they had like multiple, if there are if they've had multiple.
$3,000 a year for prison. That's
I know it's either or, right? If it's like
right.
first time offense, I bet it's like we'll give you the fine. You don't need prison time, but it's up to 10 years, right?
Okay.
Like not paying your parking tickets is like up to 3 years in prison, but
Seriously.
you don't
Okay.
you
All
don't
right.
get
All
it.
right. All right.
So basically it ended up being fraud. Claimed that it got the $7,200 settlement, but got it seized. So I don't know where they thought this $1.3 million was going to come from. I don't know if we add up all these claims, not knowing if these claims would go through or if it fits the bill for what they're doing. If they add them all up, it's going to be $1.3 million, or they just guessed, but they thought they were going to get $1.3 million out of this.
What happened? Do we know what happened to the friend?
No,
So Zhang is the one that
yeah, we don't know anything right now.
Free Zhang.
Yeah. So no, they investigated, and so maybe it's still ongoing for them. They seize the money, and then they don't.
Zhang is too good of a friend.
Yeah, I don't
That's all
know.
I'm
I don't
saying.
know jail times yet. They don't. So I don't know if they're gonna have jail time or a big fine. But they didn't get anything. So I'm all about. Listen, I'm okay with insurance fraud.
Okay.
There was a when I worked at Johnny Rockets, there was a guy. He had a car. He worked and he said, I don't want this car anymore, and but I don't have enough money to pay for a new car. So he set it up where he went to the movies, and while I was in the movies, he had somebody new steal the car and strip it and just drop it off, and then
Okay.
so you can do an insurance claim and get like full money. So like
Inside job though.
yeah, yeah,
Got it.
yeah. So
Uh-huh.
I get it. I would be way too scared to ever do something like
So
that.
you're saying he got away with it?
Yeah,
What was his name?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I'm way too scared to do something like that. So, but I get that there's kind of no harm there. I mean, you take stealing money from your insurance company, sure.
Sure.
Legally, there's harm, but I'm
Right.
saying, but
There's no bodily
there's
harm.
no harm to a friend, to you,
There's no physical
to
pain.
whatever. Yeah. But if that guy called his friend and said, "Hey, can you just here's the keys. Can you take the car?" And he's like, "Okay." But if he called his friend and said, "Hey, can you stick your leg
Hey,
in some
I
dry
need your
off?"
legs.
And not only are you going to be in excruciating pain while you
Yeah.
stick your leg in dry ice, you're also going to get both of them cut off.
You're also never gonna have legs again.
Hey, will you do that for me, buddy? Will you do that for me?
I just want to know what the thought process was for Zhang.
And
Did he even
Zhang,
like?
right?
He's like,
I
oh, hold on,
I
we have a delivery
legs.
of legs. That's weird.
I think Zhang
Well,
was only thinking of money.
he's not the one making much money. He's only making $500,000
Yeah, that's a lot.
compared to 800.
No, I don't.
I think that's the wrong deal. I think, hey, I give the legs.
No,
I
no.
should get the majority of the money.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You can
I'll
have.
help you.
I'll get the million. You can have the 300,000. Yeah. And by the way,
Zhang is not a very smart
eh,
accomplice
he's
here.
not because by the way, if I was Zhang, I would go, "Hey, Liao, why do you get anything?
They're my legs.
You haven't done shit. I'm sticking my legs in there. I'm getting them cut off.
Walk a mile in my shoe.
Yeah.
And he says, well, I will soon. It'll be pretty
Well,
easy.
both.
Yeah.
What did Zhang? What did Liao do? Why is he getting any money?
I'm just curious also if Zhang, or if Zhang, like, heard the idea, like, well, okay, I gotta empty my legs.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm in.
Like real
Like, no
quick.
hesitation.
Yeah.
Like,
I
yeah,
mean,
love
it
it.
almost sounds like it. He's like, fine. The fact that he signed over that amount,
It
right?
seems easy.
Yeah.
I'd rather do this than work.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
so
understand.
so 1.3, even if you don't share, it's not enough to cut off a limb.
It's not enough.
Even if
Not
it's
enough.
medically, will you be under anesthesia? You won't feel it.
No.
You just wake up and your limb's gone.
Yeah. How about a finger?
Oh yeah.
You would get rid of a finger for
Oh yeah.
100, wait, what, $7,200?
Not for $7,200. No, not for $7,200.
That's
It
insane.
needs to be like not working money. Like at least like like
1.3 million?
for 1.3 million in a finger. Yes. I cut off a finger for like 500,000 medically. I'm not going to do it myself. I need to be under anesthesia, wake up, and my finger's gone.
Good God.
I'll do that for 500,000. You don't feel anything. You just go to sleep and you wake up.
I like having my digits.
I do too, but one finger, you wouldn't. Okay, there has to be an amount you would cut off a finger for.
I would get rid of a tooth
Oh, get out of here. Okay,
for, well, how much is the fairy
like a buck, $5.
the tooth fairy give now?
$5.
$5 for the tooth fairy?
Yeah.
I'd go like a nickel
Oh, nickel.
and maybe a
Thank
coloring
Thank
page.
God you're never my dad.
Well, all right. That's insane.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, I'm gonna put 15 minutes on the clock for my story, and I'm gonna talk about Joshua Crawford.
I like him.
Okay, he's also a 23-year-old.
Oh no.
So we got another. He's a recently college grad. So
Same thing.
oh my God, this is
Such
it's
a
crazy.
dumb kids in these stories.
He works at a grocery store in Los
Yeah.
Angeles. Recently graduated from college with a degree in marketing,
Okay.
but he says he calls himself an airline nepo baby.
Oh.
Airline nepo baby.
I get what those words mean separately.
Okay.
Together, an airline nepo baby.
You get airline,
Yeah, I know what that is.
you get nepo,
And baby.
and baby.
I know what a nepo baby is.
Okay. So he is the son of an employee who has worked for United Airlines
Mhm.
for over 30 years.
So not even like the CEO, just someone that worked for
There's
United.
someone who works there. I think
Okay.
he cleans the toilets
Yeah,
in
relax.
in the
Relax with the nepo baby thing. But okay. Got it.
on the flight.
Got it.
But so because of this, because of his dad,
Yeah.
who has worked for 30 years, he can fly for free.
I get it. Okay.
He can get upgraded to business class and book last minute vacations to
I love it.
almost anywhere in the world.
Yeah. Good perk. I'm not even mad at him right now.
You're not mad at him?
Not yet. Not yet.
Why,
Not
why should he? He's just enjoying.
Yeah, I would too.
He would take advantage of this.
Yeah, if one of my parents worked there, I would 100%. Like it's a perk. I love. Okay.
All right. He made a TikTok showing his travel perks, and it blew up like 5 million
Yeah.
views.
Yeah.
So it says rules for relatives of employees of airlines. It
Yeah.
can vary with different airlines.
Right.
I think United, sometimes you get to like keep a door.
Right.
Yeah.
Keep it part of the wing.
You get a seat on the wing would be the thing. So anyway, he realized a couple of years ago how lucky he really truly was. When
Okay.
he was a few years back, he wanted to go to Coachella.
Okay.
So he lives in New Jersey. Okay, so he's looking at flights.
And he wants to go to Coachella.
I want to
Okay.
go to Coachella. So he's from New Jersey to California, right?
Mhm.
And he said, "Wow, I can go for like $450 round trip." This was like a couple years ago, right? So he's like, "Oh man, or I can just go for free."
Mm-hmm.
And he had a relative that lived down there, so he stayed for free. So the trip cost him nothing besides food and the tickets to the Coachella.
Coachella. Yeah.
He also has a relative that works at Coachella.
That's a lie.
That is a lie.
I knew it.
Yeah, it's Flea.
He doesn't work for Coachella.
Flea works for Coachella.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
the bugs. A lot of fleas at Coachella. A lot of fleas at Coachella.
Shut up.
People are, it's crazy. You think they're tripping? It's just fleas.
Yeah.
But so he doesn't always get the flights that he wants.
Mm-hmm.
He has to wait.
Right.
He's had to wait for hours until, but he says that doesn't happen much. He knows that if you just avoid certain routes and avoid certain high peak,
like the busy
travel times,
busy airports and stuff like that. Yeah, you go through.
Yeah, and like obviously Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Yeah. Right.
If you're willing to get diverted, he says.
Yeah.
But he can ride for free.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Him, he's 23. He's got no.
Oh yeah,
kids.
I would do it. Yeah.
I do it now. I'd leave my kids. Hey, you go ahead of me.
Oh, you get free flights. Yeah.
I'll just go to the bar here.
I'll meet you. Yeah, I'll get on the next plane.
Right. This also doesn't hurt that.
Real quick.
Yeah.
There's nothing like an airport bar.
Okay.
Sometimes it's just better than like drinking at home or go to like a local bar.
Wait, like $20 for a beer?
Yeah, I know. The price, I don't care. But man, something about either getting on usually it's best getting on the flight home, getting there a few hours and be like, and sitting there, having a little snack, having a drink.
Wait. Say that? So you get to you get home.
No.
And you stay at the airport
the flight home from the city that you're in to get to your.
You're right. So you're talking. Okay, I thought you were saying.
Yeah.
I like.
No.
I go to Texas.
No, yeah.
I wait till I get back to California when I'm home.
No. I'm talking about I'm talking about the Austin airport.
Instead of going home, I like to stay at the airport bar in my hometown.
No, don't do that. I'm talking about the Texas bar before you go home.
Make vacation last a little bit longer.
I love that. Or I do love, especially if it's a little early because it feels a little more wrong, which I like. Your airport when you're leaving, you get there a little early, sit, have a drink, then fly off to where you're going to. The best.
Well, it's always great if you can mess with the time zones too.
Oh, sure.
Like, it's really only 9:00 for me, but it's noon here.
Yep. No, I love an airport bar.
Right.
It's the best.
Well, what about the drink on the plane?
I do that too, not as often.
Because the elevation.
Not as often.
And
it depends.
I always get my beer with a straw.
Gross.
On the plane.
I never get a beer, but
I know you don't.
I do. It is funny the shame, right? Because it's like, say it's an 8:00 flight, and you're like, because my first instinct, maybe because I'm an alcoholic, is like, it's like, ooh, I'm on a plane, I'm gonna have a drink. You know what I mean? I don't need a drink.
Airport rules.
Yeah, it's early. I don't want. I don't need it. But my first thought is always like taking off. Hey, can I get you anything? I'm not just gonna get water. Fuck this. You know what I mean? I'm on a plane. I'm gonna drink. So it's weird. Like there's like a shame factor of like, well, it's 8:00. Like what can I get? So then you go, okay, I'm not gonna get like a Jack and Coke, judged, right? I'm gonna get judged. But if I have a mimosa,
Yeah.
People will think
Right at home.
I'm not an alcoholic because it's a morning alcoholic drink. So you go with the mimosa even though
Right.
it's still drinking. So you have these levels of shame factor.
Right.
You're still
Bloody
gonna drink.
Marys.
The Bloody
You can get
Marys
away with
is
those.
another one. You can do a
Sure.
Bloody Mary
It's a meal
mimosa.
now.
Yeah, it's so, but it's always funny because it goes through my head. It's like, are they gonna? I don't know how they're gonna look at me if
Right.
yeah, and I never get
And
to.
then you order like two of them, and then
Never get to.
then you go to the cockpit
Yeah, I know.
and
Hey,
just see what people say.
can I talk to
No,
the pilot?
to pretend you're on
Oh,
the
just get
pilot.
up and like, yeah. No,
Wait, I just got in the bar.
yeah, I never get two. I feel like I'd be judged
Okay.
if I got two. So I don't do two. But I definitely get
It would
one.
be wouldn't that be great though? If you happen to use the restroom with and you notice that there was like one like the pilots was in there
Yeah.
too. And he walks out, hey, thanks for the Coke. And just walk out. Just see what the people say. Like, what?
They won't even understand what's going on.
I don't know.
Anyway, I do like an airport bar.
There are some things that I always get
Okay.
on a plane,
Okay.
where I just feel like it came from being a kid.
Oh,
And I always felt special. Like I always wanted ginger ale.
yeah, ginger ale's a good one.
So I get ginger ale. I think it's something about the carbonation. I don't know why. I don't know, but I feel like, I gotta have a ginger ale
Yeah,
on an
yeah,
airplane.
yeah.
It's
No,
a
I
dumb
get.
thing I got from being a kid.
Yeah, no, it's
And
weird.
it's still with me.
Yeah. It's weird things that stick with you. Ginger ale's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, ginger ale's good. All right, but he says though,
Okay.
so back to Crawford.
Sorry.
He's also privy to knowledge because his dad will let him know, hey, this flight's not booked. You
Right.
can go to this one,
Right.
or this one's gonna be. So he has inside intelligence,
Okay.
like Martha Stewart,
Right.
exactly the same. But he says he can now take longer trips. He's found a way he can go through. So over the past year,
Mm-hmm.
he says he's booked last minute trips to Japan,
Okay.
Australia,
Oh, jeez.
and other parts of Europe.
Jeez. Okay.
I went to Australia a couple months ago by myself.
Jeez.
Did a solo trip, and I probably planned that about 2 weeks before I went. It was just like a last minute.
That's
He's
crazy.
23. He's got
Yeah,
no.
that's a lie. That'd be awesome. I would do that in a second. Yeah.
He celebrated his birthday with a quick trip to Paris,
Fuck this guy. No, I don't like him. No, that's
which he booked a week before takeoff.
that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
What do I want to do today? I don't know. How about Paris?
Yeah, it's like I know
I'm from Jersey. He's from Jersey.
the biggest part of travel expenses though is like the stay, the hotel if you're spending like 5 days. But if you're doing like a 2 day thing, like to Paris, it wouldn't be that much to get like 2 days stay, like a hotel or a hostel or something. And then if that flight's free, that's nice.
Right. So he says I guess he still has to pay taxes on the overseas trips.
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah.
But he says it's like minimal. Like so when he went to Japan,
Yeah.
he says as he left Japan, he had to pay $70 in taxes.
Yeah,
To come home.
that's crazy.
$70
Ugh.
for Japan.
Ugh.
That's like filling my gas tank almost
Yeah, right.
once
Yeah.
to go 350 miles. Wow. In a week.
Yeah, I want this. I like that.
He also though gets other benefits
Uh-huh.
to upgrade to go to the business class. Right? So he can go to what they call the Polaris.
Okay.
That's a thing I think on United. So
Okay.
it has premium cabins which have like spacious
nice.
pods with seats. You can lay back. They got
Yes.
it becomes a bed. You can
Yeah.
lay
It sounds
down.
like a Japan trip when they do those type of
You got amenities.
overseas. Yeah.
Eye serum, facial sprays, hand creams.
All right.
Prostitutes,
Right.
the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, those plane prostitutes.
Geishas.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. And he says the upgrades. He says they really help alleviate the jet lag.
Oh, no, those are well, fucking goddamn it.
He says, I flew to Sydney from L.A. It is a 16-hour flight.
Yeah.
But he was in the Polaris, upgraded.
Yeah.
And he says, "Oh man, I really didn't really notice the jet lag. It was such a
Okay, so
nice.
so here's
to
man.
go away."
Okay, well, hold on a second, because guy, I'm happy for you, dude.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, don't rub it in our faces. We get it. This is cool. You don't gotta
Well, one thing
look
I
at
read
me.
is that they said you've heard of white privilege.
Right.
This is flight privilege.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
one thing I
Will the New York Post write this? What is
I
this?
think the probably did right now. But he said like with round trip prices for business class tickets,
Right.
for a long haul flight, he says it can go upwards of $15,000.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never rode business.
Yeah, well, like you always see those those Japan flights, especially those Australia flights. That's the one where it's separated, that lean back. It's like you get those, and that's it's the flight's so long, so they have a lot of amenities. But like, you almost like I couldn't sit like on a Southwest plane all the way to Japan. You know what I mean? Like you can't just sit in a seat. You have to
Yeah,
have
sure.
those back, and that's where they start
I
getting
did get the
expensive.
chance to go to Italy.
Yeah. Was it just a normal seat?
It was a normal seat,
Yeah.
but it was free wine.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
So I was like, oh, whoa,
Yeah.
that was cool.
Oh, that's like on
Kids were drunk.
well,
5-year-olds
yeah,
went all over.
yeah. Well,
It's
Italian
different. It's different rules there.
in Italian,
Technically,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's like
But that was neat.
in Hawaii. It wasn't free, but Hawaiian Airlines does the Mai Tais instead of like wine. So the
Oh, it's
Hawaiian,
right up your alley.
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. So
Sure.
they'll do that like a special like Hawaiian drink, which is cool. Not free though.
Yeah, it was wine
Not
and then
free.
espresso, right?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the whole time. So kids were
So
running up and down.
just a big cliche.
Yes.
Here's your flight to Italy.
Yes.
You want a beret too? Here's a baguette.
Wait, that's France. You're mixing up your.
Oh, that's true. I am.
Okay.
That is France.
You should.
That is France. Here's a mime.
There you go. I'm going more French. So he says it's crazy to me spending $50,000 as a college grad. There's so much I could do with that.
Of course, it's crazy to
And
you
those
because you
other
don't got to pay for it.
Suckers that have to pay for it.
Jesus Christ.
Have you ever flown business?
No.
First class?
I've never really. No, I haven't. But I haven't really gone far enough to really warrant it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I've gone to Hawaii, flown there, but like I was debating a first class upgrade to home, but it's like this is too much. Other than that, like I've flown to Austin or LA, or I don't really fly across country. I don't.
So we are going to Arizona.
Yeah, flying.
No, we're driving.
Yeah.
So we're driving from Sacramento
Yep.
to Phoenix. It's gonna be a 12 to 14 hour
Are
drive.
you doing like I-5 to 10?
I-5 to something,
10. Okay, 10.
maybe.
That's how I drove to.
We're going through Palm Springs.
That's how. Yeah. That's how I drove to Austin
Okay.
down south,
All
and
right.
we went through Phoenix and stuff.
Got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I like road trips.
Yeah.
So only one other person in my family enjoys road trips. Everyone else wishes we were flying, but too bad.
What's selfish of you?
Cheapskate.
You're the only one that wants to
No,
do it,
and
and
my
you're like, no, we're
son.
doing what I like.
Yep. Well, it's cheaper.
I get it, but you
It's a
also
lot
gotta like
cheaper.
concede a little bit.
Nah, we don't have the money.
Well, maybe compromise. One way we'll drive, the other way we'll fly.
Nah, that's good. No, because we're a road trip. We might see Joshua Tree on the way back.
Okay, Clark.
You know, exactly.
Like,
I'm a Griswold through and through.
but they don't want to do it.
Whatever. They say they don't, but they do.
No, I promise you they don't.
So
I promise you they don't.
in his TikTok, though,
Yeah.
this Crawford guy also says he breezes past security and immigration when he leaves and re-enters the U.S. He doesn't have to worry about all that TSA pre-check.
He just walks by and puts his hands up. I'm good, and just what he still needs to do that.
He can breeze past them. I guess he just shows like, hey, family benefit.
Just because your dad, you still could have shit that you're not supposed to have. Just because your dad works for an airline doesn't mean you don't have shit.
Apparently not for this guy.
He's
Normally they say
lying.
these benefits they end for kids after the age of 26,
Right.
but they're not going to apply to him because like he's like going to be the primary companion.
Oh, because your dad doesn't have like his wife.
Maybe so he gets to
Yeah.
have it for life.
Yeah, so you can pick one and then your kid. So
So this is what I'm thinking. He can get through security. They don't even bother checking him very much.
that's weird.
I think hello hostages.
Yeah.
The fake mafia that was trying to go after
Oh yeah,
Zhang's
the
friend.
Taiwanese. Yeah.
Yeah, use this guy as a mule.
Well,
Right?
that's what I mean. If he's not just because your dad works for an airline doesn't mean you can't potentially be dangerous.
But you know this though. If you got ins,
You don't wanna ruin it.
You know who my dad is?
Yeah.
You know who my dad is?
I get
He's
it.
the janitor on the plane.
And listen,
That's right, he's the janitor on the plane.
And listen, I wouldn't want to ruin a good thing either. So like, I'm sure he knows if anything goes wrong, that's taken away from him and his daddy. He'll never, he'll just never. It's not worth it, for one time to get something through to
Right.
forever have this stuff taken away. So the probability of him, doing something is low, but maybe give him a check, walk through the little machine or something.
He's gonna be a target.
I guess this guy's a weirdo.
Oh, TSA. TSA.
oh.
We got
No, I'm good. My dad doesn't work for
Can you
I've been
put
checked.
your microphone through the thing so they can check it?
No, I've been checked.
You've been checked?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it seems like it's like a perfect setup.
It's
ideal.
yeah. It's ripe for crime.
How much would you think Zhang pay for these type of flights where you don't have to pay? So if
Yeah.
his legs were worth 1.3 million,
Yeah.
it turned out to be 7,200 that he didn't get.
Yeah,
How much would you think he would offer
for free flights.
for free? It's both arms.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's probably with an arm or two.
yeah, I mean, it's a good perk, and
a good perk.
for life.
What would you lose a digit for that? Would you lose a
Oh,
finger?
yes, I would.
You would lose a finger
Yeah.
for free
Pinky,
flights?
there's no thumb, obviously. You need thumb.
I mean, if it's business class,
Yeah, yeah.
you might do 2 digits.
Pinky for just regular flights, and I'll go ring finger for business.
So you would lose 2 on the same hand.
No, you pick one.
Well, what about pinky and pinky?
Pinky's the lowest, the lowest. So I don't. That's just regular flights. Now, if you tell me I get business class for life, now you can take a ring finger.
I would rather have them pull the fingernail out
No
and keep the finger.
way. No way.
Because I still have my finger.
No
And the
way.
fingernail go back.
Who gives a fuck? You don't need all your fingers
You would rather lose the finger than just lose a fingernail?
for free flights for life. Yeah, dude.
Regardless. Regardless.
Yes.
If I'm in like a movie where,
Yeah.
you know, or on the hostages come
That's
because
torture.
they want to take. Of course, losing a digit isn't torture.
No, it's just boom, done, off. Torture, they're pulling out.
I saw Reservoir Dogs.
No,
That
yeah.
looked like torture.
No, it's not torture. Just
So you would rather lose the finger
yes,
as opposed to losing the fingernail,
yes,
which will grow back.
yeah. Because the process of pulling out the fingernail is what I do not want to do. Just take off my finger. Remember Ronnie Lott broke his finger. Just said cut it off. He's going back in the game.
Did he get it cut off?
Yeah,
Ronnie Lott lost the finger?
yeah. He said cut it off. I'm going back in.
I don't think that's how that happened.
Look it up.
Okay. All right. Any takeaways here, Chris? Any takeaways?
I don't know.
You're crazy.
I guess I'm not crazy. Ronnie Lott's crazy.
Oh, sure.
So listen, this is different levels of scams here, right? If you're gonna scam, just be cool, man. Be cool about it. You don't gotta lose legs and try to get just free flights. You don't shoot for the moon, you know?
Right.
Settle for the earth.
Okay.
Is that something?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. All right. I think my takeaway is obviously we got to make this guy into a mule.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean,
obviously.
I mean, it's an easy. Like, hey, he's
Too easy.
connected. Hey, his dad.
Yeah,
his
it's
dad's
too easy.
connected.
Too easy.
They're never gonna check him. And yeah, really, you know, you should value your limbs a little bit more. You know,
Yeah.
I would just I would put a bigger value.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do what
Or-
Zhang did.
Ooh, wait a
I
minute.
wouldn't do what Zhang did.
No, I got that. No, I got it. This is the takeaway now. I'm changing it.
Oh.
This Nepo airline baby.
Oh, right.
He needs to be delivering body parts
Oh, got it.
with his. He needs to make it good work.
If you're not getting checked.
He's got to turn it into no for good.
Right.
Like a nonprofit. He needs to like, oh my God, this guy lost a leg. I'm gonna bring him a new leg or a new heart
Right.
for free.
Quick and
on this-
easy.
on this
Boom.
flight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna change it for good.
I like it.
Beautiful.
I like it.
All right, thank you guys for listening to Guys Do Things, and you can find us all over the country. We're
Sure.
like number. Are we on the charts?
No.
We're not on the
No
charts.
charge.